radar right now. We have a couple of really strong bands moving through at the moment, and things are going to get a little bit more consistent now, a little bit stronger each go around. And you see it here, one line moving through right at the moment. You see it just move through downtown West Palm Beach. We showed you that picture earlier by the airport, and wind gusts 45 to 55 miles per hour with that significant weather advisory there. Now it's pushing into Lake Worth, Boynton Beach, Delray, really taking it on the chin right now, and then pushing back even into Wellington right now too. As this even farther up to the north, Royal Palm too, you're going to see the wind really start to pick up in just a few minutes. Let's take a tour a little bit of the storm here, and you see it. It's on the radar now, heading up towards almost right into Freeport too. And we'll zoom in and take a closer look at this here and put it in 3D mode, turn it on its side, and you can see this is the intensity, kind of how fierce the rain is really coming down there. We'll zoom in a little bit farther, and it's really getting close to Freeport and Grand Bahama there, just starting to push up in there, and probably a pretty good storm surge on the right side of this too, because they do have that kind of concaveness to the coastline as Freeport sticks out a little bit more too. And as we kind of fly around and zoom in, that's the strongest part of the eye wall right there is what we're looking at the moment, and that's the part we want to stay away from. If we're away from that, yes, we will get strong winds. However, we won't get these devastating winds that eye wall will have if it comes ashore. And sorry if I'm making you dizzy here, but putting it back upright, look right here as we have this outer band we were talking about earlier, Steve and I, about this is probably the indication of the hurricane force winds, how far out they extend, and you see just some torrential rains here in this band too. So this first band is going to be pretty nasty, and then of course the inner one too, unless this does the eye wall replacement cycle and kind of dissipates, and this one starts to tighten up too. And you see that band right there getting a little bit closer. But another little feeder band moving through at the moment, and up along the Treasure Coast from time to time, things really starting to move through too. And here's Viper. Again, a little bit of a lightning and shear markers that pop up, an indication that this thing could be strengthening a little bit there too, for sure. Let's go down to, well, that should say Delray Beach. This is looking Delray Beach down the lifeguard stand there, looking straight at the municipal beach there, right at Atlantic Avenue, or maybe just south of Atlantic Avenue. You see all the water there. We're kind of at a lower tide right now. High tide is around 1 o'clock. We'll get another high tide later, and this will push all the way up, most likely to the dune line. And we'll have more of this coming up. Let's toss it back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you very much. Michael Williams and Kelly Dunn joining you now as we bring you continuing coverage of Hurricane Matthew.
That's right. We are awaiting an EOC press conference up in St. Lucie County where conditions are starting to deteriorate. Also, we want to let you know that from this point on in our coverage, we will be taking no commercial breaks. We are going to be on with you through the duration of the storm, and we are now simulcasting on all of our radio partners, which are iHeart radio stations. You see them listed right there. Also, we are simulcasting on WFLX 29.
WPTV.com. And we've got you covered on air online with our radio partners. So we're with you throughout all of this, multiple ways for you to be part of the coverage and for us to listen to you, Kelly and I, last night and today, taking your questions on Facebook. As long as you have that available to you, we'll get them to our weather team as we help one another and our community from the Palm Beaches all the way to the Treasure Coast, all of us as one.